Just as Bosley finished his sentence, the door of a ramshackle tavern burst open. After a flurry of belligerent words and a brief skirmish, a shabbily clad human form flew across the muddy road, landing in a heap next to a watering trough. The crash startled several horses, which pulled away as far as their leather leads would allow before warily returning. "But it's so rustic," Dom cut in, trying to sound polite. "That's not the word I would use," scowled Tasha. Now it was Gid's turn to offer a comment. "Unseemly." "Not helpful, Gid." Tasha paused for a moment. "So, who's going in there?" Bosley was the first to speak up. "I can't go. I don't exactly blend in." Gid looked Tasha squarely in the eye. "Since there's only one of us that even has a hope of passing for human, I think there's really only one choice here." "I can't go in there," Tasha protested. "I won't blend in with those animals any more than Bosley." She looked apologetically over at him. "No offense." "None taken." "You're right," answered Gid with a devious smile. He pulled the cloak from her shoulders and tossed it on the ground. "What are you doing?" Tasha shouted as he began stomping it into the dirt with his hooves. "Helping you blend in. Dom, can you spread some slime on it?" "With pleasure." Tasha gave Dom a glare that stopped him in his tracks. "If you even move..." Dom looked over at Gid, unsure what to do next. "It's all for the greater good, Tasha," said Gid reluctantly, removing his fur shawl. "Bosley, can you retrieve some rope from the packs on Dom's back? We'll need to make her some boots." Gid watched painfully as Bosley tore 2 small sections from the shawl and handed them back to him. Gid hastily began strapping the pieces of fur around Tasha's lower legs. Next, they removed the straps from their satchels and tied them around her shoulders and waist, then began attaching all manner of items from the packs to them, trying to reproduce the belts of weapons that humans were often seen wearing. Minutes later, they stepped back and admired their creation. Tasha stood before them in her dirty cloak and awkwardly crooked fur boots. In the absence of more suitable items, the satchel straps now bore utensils, wax food cloths, a water pouch, and several small, sharp sticks that Gid had scooped up off the forest floor as rudimentary weapons. Gid nodded to himself as he surveyed her appearance. "Almost perfect," he said with a satisfied smile. "You just need a beard." Tasha looked horrified. "A what?" "You know, the face fur that humans have." "That's not going to happen." "Sure it will," replied Gid confidently while scooping a handful of muddy soil from the ground at his feet, then smearing it down both sides of her otherwise flawless face. He pulled the hood of the cloak over her head tightly so that it completely hid her long ears and most of her face. "There. Perfect." "I feel disgusting." "Then you should fit right in. Now, get going." Gid gave her a soft push toward the slope that led down to the shabby building.